Welcome to this free online course on machine learning by MT Learners. In this video, we look at what the overall process of supervised learning is like. Specifically, you see the first model of this course, linear regression model. That just means fitting a straight line to your data. It's probably the most widely used learning algorithm in the world today. So linear regression is a statistical method of finding the relationship between independent and dependent variables. Consider this data set that this regression is a supervised learning type where the right data, correct data is given and we need to find the correlation between those data. In a regression model, it always predicts a real value or continuous value as output. So in this example, we are predicting the salary of a person that is dependent variable y on the right side when his years of experience, which is in independent variable x, are given, which is on the left side. If we plot this data in a graph, it looks like this. So we will do is first find the independent and dependent variable from the given data set and then fit those variables in linear regression cost function. The learning algorithm will first implement the linear regression model to this data set, which fits the best straight line to the data, which looks like this. So if we want to predict the salary of a person, let's say his years of experience is 5. So it will intersect the best straight line over here. And if we trace it on the vertical axis, we will find out that its salary is 70,000. So that's it. That's it. In the end, we plot a regression line to the data. And now if we find if a new value years of experience is given, then we can easily predict the salary of that person with the help of this regression model. Here only one independent variable is taken. So this is also called linear regression with one variable or univariate linear regression. In the next video, we will be talk about the cost function for this linear regression model. To explain a little bit more, look towards this data set and this plot over here. So this column over here, this column years of experience corresponds to this horizontal axis over here. And this salary column over here corresponds to this vertical axis over here. Each of these little red crosses corresponds to this one row. For example, there are 20 rows in this data set. There will be the 20 these little red circles over in the plot. So for example, this row over here, where is the year of the experience of a person is 2.0, which is over here, and the salary 43,525 over here. This represents this data point over here. Now let's look at some notation for describing the data. This data set that you just saw is known as the training set. This column years experience, which is the independent variable, is represented with smaller x, and the salary column, which is the prediction column, is represented with smaller y. So to represent the total training example, total number of rows we will represent with smaller m. So m is the total number of training examples. So if we want to represent a single training example, we will represent it as. So if we want to represent a specific row, we will use the subscript operator like x, I, and y, I. Let's say you want to represent this 19th row. We will represent it as x19 and y19. So that's it for the linear regression with one variable. In the next video of this course, we will talk about the cost function for the linear regression model.